Hello everyone. So today I'm going to review my mini Raphael playset over here. There he is. So before I open him up, this guy's kind of like a Polly Pocket or like a Mighty Max where he can open up. So before I open him up, I'm just gonna show you a sort of a full 360 of him. Here he is up close. Raphael's unmasked face. His underbelly has R for Raphael. Here's a side view. He's got two toes, mutant toes. There's the hinge because he opens up. And there is his shell, which is kind of scratched and nicked there. So that's Raphael. So before I open this guy up, I'm going to show you some of the minifigures he comes with. So first off, this Raphael playset, Raphael Castle playset, comes with a mini Raphael. So here he is. Oh, let's try to get a good zoom out on him. He's quite small, as you can see, but he is pretty well detailed, and he has some articulation. So he could move his arms up in unison, and he could move his legs up and down this way in unison. So he could sit, and his arms can go about this far back. I guess they could kind of do like a whole 360. Let's try to get him. There he is. There's a little R written on his belt. He also has his little pockets, I guess, or sheaths for his sai. Speaking of which, he comes with two sai over here, which are of course removable. They're very tiny, so there. But he could hold them. So this set, so he's the star of this set because he is Raphael. So a very nice figure. I like the fact that he's pretty posable. He is pretty much like a thumbnail, so he's pretty small, but very nice. So next, we have his adversary. So let me just bring him over here. This guy, Mini Rocksteady. Let's get a good angle of him. Nice details on Mini Rocksteady. He's got his helmet. He's got his little black tank top. He's got his belt, and you could kind of see his little lapels over there. Nice little lapels, or turtle shell thigh pads or something, I don't know, but they're on the side, so you could see that. He's got a nice looking automatic weapon, which is probably a laser weapon, because back in the show he fires laser weapons. Just like Raphael, he has the same level of articulation. He can sit. These things move in unison, and the arms can go all around, but this guy could turn his head. So that's a little extra bit of articulation he has. And as you can see, it's pretty nicely detailed for something so small. It's literally like my thumbnail. And there he is, a nice close-up of Rocksteady's face. He's got two horns. He's got his helmet. I think those things kind of look like goggles up top. So that's a close-up of Raphael. He's got a little bit of that fuzz on his back, like a ridge. So it's pretty cool. And last but not least, it comes with Donnie. Little Donnie over here. Let's get a good close-up of this guy. Let me just try to get my camera to focus on him. There he is. Very nicely detailed. He's got a different designed strap, you know, and he's color brown. He's old school 80s Donnie brown. He's got a little bow over here, and he's got some nice detailing. You can see the little sheath of his bow in the back of his shell. And just like Raph, he has the same level of articulation. So that's one thing I like about these little mini mutant playsets. The figures are a little bit more articulate than the Mighty Max ones, but I like both. But yeah, that's what I like about this little tiny guy. So that is Donatello. So aside from that, the figures come with little cards. 3 cards over here. And if you look at the, let's look at the artwork of this. We've got a really nice artwork of Rocksteady holding a shield, which is probably like a sewer lid, and a pretty nasty looking knife. It looks like a military guy. There's a little bit of a write up in the back. So you could read it if you like, but I could read it for you right now. Rocksteady's tough rhino body makes him a turtle bashing powerhouse. His lack of smarts makes him dangerous. This mutant mammal is big trouble with his retro mutagen gun. Okay, one shot can level a whole building or a shield a shelled turtle. Off-duty Rocksteady loves to fry up a mess of juicy turtle burgers for the whole Hungry Foot clan. Rocksteady's field glasses survey the area for anything that looks like a turtle. In fact, he's mistakenly blasted 6 soccer balls. This GI Rockhead blatantly displays his victory kills with the turtle scalps he wears around his belt. So that was indeed so these were indeed goggles up his head and turtle shells, which he displays proudly. Next up, we got Donnie. Nice little mini Donnie card over here. Nice artwork. He is not brown, he's green, but that's fine. Donatello, the turtle technologist. Donatello is the best idea turtle you'll ever find. He's the brains of the group. Rather than use his bow or brawn, Donatello would prefer inventing some device or clever apparatus to fail the foe. His versatile bow enables him to parry, vault, and crush. He is the designer and creator of the turtle vehicles. Even though the van was invented by a turtle, it can still win by a hair. Playmates. Yeah. Very small cards, but they got little nice write-ups. And last but not least, Raphael. The king of this castle, so to speak. So there's Raphael. Raphael, the quick-witted quipster. Raphael is the wittiest turtle you're likely to stumble over if things aren't going his way. For instance, his tongue snaps out sarcastic jokes. He is the outspoken voice of the turtles because he's often talking. The other turtles remark that Raphael is selfish. Even though he's referred to as the snapping ninja, the turtles know he means well. His clever skill with the deadly sigh makes him one tough turtle. So yeah, Raphael is the guy who talks a lot. He was voiced by the same guy who does Mighty Max. So those are the minifigs in all their glory. Here they are again, a little side-by-side comparison. Awesome little minifigs. Next up, I'm going to open up this little turtle. So I'm going to open this guy up. First thing you do is you kind of unhook his shell. That reveals that. You lower down his head, which reveals this. You push that forward because that is a catapult, a working catapult of that. It's got a little ramp. You swing out these towers, which is cool. Pretty cool towers. You swing up this belfry, I guess. You open that, and that's where I hid my extra parts. This little string over here pegs to this hole in his neck. So that's going to have a gimmick later on. So I'm going to just put that in. Over there. There you go. He comes with a little free-wheeling rolling cart, which is pretty cool. And just put this a little bit further. You put this one over here. Got the bell going on over there. You raise up these 2 flags. So this is like a working prison. You pop this down. The back of the shell opens up for some support, and it has a little like a rear drawbridge of sorts. And you put that over there. And as mentioned, this rock really launches. So there is the castle playset. And this little pointy log thing that reminds me of the log in Predator. I mean, yeah, the thing that took out Pancho. Except, you know, it swung this way. But this is a pointy one that hits you down there. So you could clamp this at the rope over here. And you could set it up over there. So that is the castle opened up. And it looks pretty cool. There it is. That's the castle in all of its glory. So I'm gonna show you some of the gimmicks, but I guess the first thing I'll show you is the catapult. That really works. So I just launched that rock. It really works. It's got some little holes here. I'm gonna get that focused. That peg to these pegs over here. So let's bring you a close-up of the castle. Well, it's got a little gimmick where you can loosen up this bell and it drops. So that could be like sort of a booby trap of sorts. Let me just bring that bell over here. That's another gimmick. It's got this working log. It doesn't really swing on its own, but you could push it yourself, which is pretty cool. And you can flip over the stairs, which reveal some accessories. And this one looks kind of like a chain, so you can chain up prisoners. I don't really use this, but you could use it as a chain. So it has a little bit of a extra storage. So I'm gonna close the stairway first. So let's see this thing up close. The inside of Raphael's head has these grooves that make it look castle-y. As I mentioned, a functioning catapult. That's how it looks inside. It's got some nice flooring. It's got this dungeony looking thing. It's like a grate. You got a working ramp. You can clamp this way. The push cart fits over here. So if you're wondering what's that for, the push cart's, it's got little grooves for the wheels, so you could store the push cart over there. Just be sure you push that stairway all the way back. There it is. That's pretty nice storage. It's got working prisons, so you could imprison Rocksteady. Oh, the bell fell over there, but you could imprison Rocksteady if you wish. Like, he got beat, take his gun off, swing this here, and he is now a prisoner of the Turtles, prisoner of war. That's the throne room. It's got a nunchuck on the left side and a sign on the right side with some stickers, some sort of skull and some sort of fire piece stickers. 2 flags. It's got this medieval looking one over here that kind of looks like it has a shuriken. And it's got T for turtle over here. So it's a very nice set, if I do say so myself. This little gimmick is pretty cool. So you could pretend Rocksteady's like over here and he's gonna get impaled. So yeah, it's a pretty good gimmick. I like that. It's like a booby-trapped castle. Oh, these little chain pieces over here, I'm not sure what it's for, but you know, sometimes I'd like to, you could sort of, perhaps you could put it over here and chain it to one of them and they can sort of repel. So I'm gonna try that right now. Yeah, so if you want, you could make Rocksteady repel, or one of the turtles repel down using this little chain thing. So let me just put that over there. And yeah, you could sort of make him repel down if you so wish. So it's got provision for that. I normally don't really use this thing. I don't even recall it being in the instructions, so I usually keep it under the stairs. The bell has a pretty, the bell could be used as a gimmick too. You could kind of put Rocksteady in the stairs and you could like swing it in such a way that it falls on him. So let's see if I can get a little demonstration. Rocksteady is minding his own business down there, and you kind of turn the bell so it unhinges and drop it on him. So yeah, it works that way. The back drawbridge is pretty cool, so you could kind of make them fight back here. This one's for extra support. Well, you could put Raph back here and you can make him kind of like he's rethinking his life over there. So it looks pretty cool to have that. Over here, the seat can accommodate King Raphael if you so wish. Fits him really nicely over there. Very nice. Yep. And these things I usually keep under the stairs, or you could put them on the cart. So there's a lot of playability that you could do with this, in the sense that it's got a lot of nice working gimmicks. And the molding is very nice. If you can see up close here, very nice details. It's got a little rocky granite-y look with its little speckles. Very nice molding. So this thing, I got this thing back in 1994 or 1995, and now I remember right, this was a birthday gift. I really liked this set. I'd play with this as a kid a lot, and a lot of action happens, because you can imagine all kinds of fun could happen here. Like Rocksteady could invade. You could actually even launch Rocksteady. So I'm just gonna show you guys that you could launch him for fun. He's an unwilling subject, but oh, let's try to get this one over there. And there, I just flicked Rocksteady. So I had lots of fun as a kid with this. I could make him fight up in the throne, kind of like this. Fight up the throne. They could like be pushing stuff up the castle. Rocksteady could be pushing some stuff up the castle. They made him a prisoner or something. Or they could be fighting all the way back here, spilling over here, falling down stairways. So it was lots of fun for me as a kid. And I really like the detailing, as you could see. So I pretty much drilled down through the many gimmicks this thing has, and I went over the set, and it really feels like a Mighty Max type of set, except I like the fact the figures are articulate, and he pretty much scales well with Mighty Max as well. So overall, this is a nice set. And yeah, so I pretty much showed you the different gimmicks of this set. And my final thoughts on this, it's a very fun set to have. I think you could still buy this on eBay. Of course, it's a little bit more expensive now than back in the day. I remember getting this back in the day for not that much when I was a kid. This is really one of my childhood toys. It's just that I took care of it. And unfortunately, I am complete. I didn't lose a piece. Yeah, so there it is. So my final thoughts on this set, it's an overall great and fun playset and one of my favorite childhood toys. The minifigures are good, the gimmicks are good, and the overall look is good. I mean, it's got nice details. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this set, and thanks for watching.